Welcome to this month's episode of Community Corner. In this series, we focus on great work being done by people and organizations in Northern Nevada that make it such a wonderful place to live and work in. I'm Angelica, your host, and today I'm here with Devin McFarland with Volunteers of America. Thank you so much, Devin, for being here with us today. I'm so excited to hear about this great organization.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to come speak about what Volunteers of America does.
Well, so tell us a little bit about what Volunteers of America is and what we do for the community here.
Absolutely. So Volunteers of America is a national nonprofit organization. However, we have had our roots here in the Reno region for over 100 years now. And specifically in Reno, the programs that we operate include the men's shelter at the CARES campus, mental health programs, senior housing, and transitional housing, such as the Village on Sage Street.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the Village. How did that come to be? What was the thought process behind bringing something like that here to our city?
So, and it's a very neat story. Back in 2018, two developers in our community, specifically Par Tolls of Toll Brothers and Allison Gorlick, were having a conversation about the lack of affordable housing here in the community. They saw a need. They realized conversations were always happening about this need for affordable housing, but it didn't seem like much action was being taken. And so they were trying to figure out what could be done, what's innovative, what is efficient, what is quick, what is something that could be done within space that the city has. And somebody had come to Par Tolls and told him, hey, I've got these mining camps that are sitting vacant in Wyoming. Why don't you check them out? I'm trying to sell them. What can be done with those? So Allison and Par got on a plane and they went out to Wyoming. They FaceTimed with the city to see, is this something we can do? Can we bring this back over to Reno? And they got the green light. And so they came back. They were able to connect with the Community Foundation of Western Nevada. And then Volunteers of America came into the conversation. From there, it was about a year development timeline. So again, the conversation started spring of 2018. We were able to bring all the mining camps over, situate them into dorm-style housing communities, and open our doors by July of 2019.
Wow, what a great story! I never knew how long it had taken for them to develop this. Now, what is the impact now that it's been built and now that we have occupants? What does that look like now? How has that impacted our community?
Absolutely. So the Village on Sage Street houses 216 individuals, and all of our units are dorm style. So they're about 85 square feet. They come with the twin-size bed, desk, wardrobe. It's community bathroom. So if you think of a traditional dorm style hall, that is the environment and the environment that these have. And so we're able to house individuals who are low income, who need either a stepping stone out of homelessness or a safety net preventing them from becoming homeless. So during our time that we've been open the last 2 years, 50% of our population have been formerly homeless, coming off the streets, off the rivers, while the other 50% have not fallen in that category. So we see students, we see just, regular working individuals who are working at the warehouses, working at the casinos, working just in other customer service related jobs. And we see a lot of seniors who are coming in who have been priced out of, potentially their old apartment, their old motel that they were staying at because they're on that fixed income. Mm-hmm. So Sage Street is really a bridge where they can pay that $400 a month, wait in a secure location, and get into affordable senior housing where they have their own kitchen, they have their own bathroom, their own living room, their own space, and they're paying that 30% of their income, which is really the goal. The $400 price point came with the idea of what is the minimum wage at the time and what should those individuals be expected to pay monthly to be able to afford rent and student debts, paying off other debts, working to buy a car, saving up to, have a down payment for a house, whatever it may be.
What's that process look like? Do you have a limited time which an individual can stay there? Is it like a 1-year type lease, or is it when they feel like they're ready to kind of take the next step forward?
So our goal is for individuals to use their time as much of their time as they need here with us. So we're a month-to-month agreement. So, if their name comes up on a wait list for subsidy housing or other housing, and they have the opportunity to take that, we want them to take it. So really, it's about getting them to their next step.
Wow. That's really amazing that we offer something like that here in our community. And I know it's been difficult in the last couple of years just because of everything that's occurred. So it's wonderful that we have that. How many volunteers do you have? Do you ask, how could somebody help support the organization and Sage Street if they wanted to participate?
Yeah, at Sage Street specifically, the form of volunteers that we get are through offering classes and groups to our lodgers who stay with us. So there's not any mandatory training or programming that they have to go through, but we have offered financial classes, debt reduction classes, AA groups, NA groups, Bible studies, other life skill classes, job employment opportunities, all through the time and donations of some other professionals out in the community.
If somebody wanted to read up more and see how they can, assist or donate, is there a website? Is there a phone number? Is there somewhere they can visit?
Yes, all of our information is on our website, which is voa-ncnn.org.
It's so wonderful to have something like that here in our community. Is there a story? I know you probably have so many, but is there maybe a story that you could share with our viewers on how this has impacted an individual?
Absolutely. And I could come up with so many for individuals from all walks of life. But one that comes to mind is a story of one of my lodgers who was living in a midtown apartment that he had been in for years. And finally that development had sold to a new owner, and he was priced out, having been on his fixed income for the last few years. So he found himself in his car, but he knew winter was coming, and that really wouldn't be a feasible option for him. So he applied with the Village on Sage Street, and he has been living with us for the last 2 years now. And his goal is to get into our senior housing community here at the Sierra Manor property in Sparks.
What a great story. I mean, it's wonderful, again, that we have something like that to help others in our community. If one of our viewers wanted to participate, again, in Volunteers of America or donate or, help in some way, what are some of the upcoming events maybe that they can participate in?
Currently, we have our Share the Warmth campaign coming up this November, and that is to help collect gloves, hats, and other cold weather necessities for our neighbors out in our communities, particularly all of our clients at the CARES campus. For more information on how you can help share the warmth and any other volunteer opportunities, contact us at voa-ncnn.org.
Well, thank you so much, Devin, for being here. A wealth of information, and I love that. I've always been a fan of Volunteers of America. I think you do so much for the community. And so thank you again for being here with us.
Of course, and thank you so much for giving us this time to spread our information. And if anyone is interested, I always encourage individuals to come find out more about our organization and what we do and what you can do to help. So feel free to contact us again through that website and learn about our programs directly and the impact that you can have on the community.
Well, that's it for this month's episode of Community Corner. Be sure to tune in next week when we have our To The Point episode. Until then, be sure to visit us on our YouTube channel, RSA Realtors, and make sure you click and subscribe so you never miss an episode. And remember, together we can make a difference.